Write a note on the ecological diversity of the Indian subcontinent and examine its significance. Ecological diversity of the Indian subcontinent and its significance. The Indian subcontinent, encompassing India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, and Sri Lanka, is one of the most ecologically diverse regions in the world. Stretching from the towering Himalayas in the north to the coastal plains of the Indian Ocean in the south, and from the Thar Desert in the west to the dense tropical forests of the northeast, the subcontinent exhibits an extraordinary variety of landforms, climates, flora, and fauna. This ecological diversity has played a crucial role in shaping not only the region's environment, but also its culture, economy, and civilization. 1. Dimensions of ecological diversity. A. Physiographic diversity. The subcontinent's ecological variety is primarily rooted in its diverse physiography. It can broadly be divided into several distinct regions. The Himalayan region, extending across northern India, Nepal, and Bhutan, the Himalayas are home to some of the world's highest peaks and a wide range of ecosystems, from alpine meadows and coniferous forests to snow-bound tundra. These mountains act as a climatic barrier, influencing monsoon patterns and serving as the source of major river systems, such as the Ganga, Brahmaputra, and Indus. The Indo-Gangetic Plains. Fertile and densely populated, this region forms the agricultural heartland of the subcontinent. Its alluvial soils and network of rivers make it one of the most productive ecosystems, supporting intensive agriculture and human habitation. The Peninsular Plateau. The Deccan Plateau, Western and Eastern Ghats, and Central Highlands represent ancient geological formations rich in minerals and forests. The Western Ghats, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, are recognized as one of the world's 8 hottest hotspots of biological diversity. The coastal and island regions, India's long coastline and the Andaman, Nicobar and Lakshadweep Islands add to its ecological diversity. These regions harbor mangrove forests, coral reefs, and unique marine ecosystems. The desert and semi-arid regions. The Thar Desert of Rajasthan and the Rann of Kutch display xerophytic vegetation and specialized fauna adapted to arid conditions. Climatic and biogeographic diversity. The subcontinent spans several climatic zones, from the tropical in the south to the temperate and alpine in the north. The Indian climate is profoundly influenced by the monsoon system, which creates distinct wet and dry seasons. According to the Biogeographic Classification of India, Rogers and Panwar, 1988, the region is divided into 10 biogeographic zones, including the Trans-Himalayan, Himalayan, Desert, Semi-Arid, Western Ghats, Deccan Plateau, Gangetic Plain, Northeast, Coastal, and Islands, each possessing unique ecological characteristics and biodiversity.
Biological diversity. India alone accounts for about 7 to 8% of the world's recorded species, though it occupies only 2.4% of the Earth's land area. It hosts around 47,000 species of plants and 100,000 species of animals, including several endemic species. The Western Ghats and Eastern Himalayas are particularly rich in endemism. Iconic species such as the Bengal tiger, Asian elephant, Indian rhinoceros, snow leopard, and lion-tailed macaque symbolize this biological richness. The subcontinent's varied habitats, from coral reefs and wetlands to grasslands and rainforests, provide refuge to a vast array of life forms.
2. Human ecological interactions. The ecological diversity of the subcontinent has profoundly influenced the course of its civilization. Ancient societies developed in harmony with their surrounding environments. The Indus Valley civilization thrived along river systems, while Himalayan communities adapted to mountain ecosystems through terrace farming and pastoralism. Similarly, coastal regions fostered maritime trade and fishing cultures. The traditional agricultural systems, such as shifting cultivation in the northeast, rice-fish farming in Bengal, and spice cultivation in Kerala's humid tropics, reflect deep ecological understanding. Many indigenous communities continue to maintain sustainable practices and conserve biodiversity through sacred groves, community forests, and traditional ecological knowledge. However,
Rapid industrialization, deforestation, and urbanization since the mid-20th century have disrupted these ecological balances. Habitat loss, soil erosion, water scarcity, and pollution threaten the region's rich biodiversity. Climate change further compounds these problems by altering rainfall patterns and increasing the frequency of extreme weather events.
3. Significance of ecological diversity. A. Environmental and climatic regulation. The subcontinent's diverse ecosystems perform vital ecological functions. Forests regulate the hydrological cycle, prevent soil erosion, and act as carbon sinks. The Himalayas influence monsoon patterns and protect the plains from cold Central Asian winds. Wetlands and mangroves act as natural buffers against floods, cyclones, and coastal erosion. Coral reefs support marine life and safeguard shorelines. B. Economic and livelihood importance. Ecological diversity underpins the region's economic stability. Agriculture, forestry, fisheries, and tourism all depend on the health of ecosystems. The fertile plains support food production for over 1 billion people. Forest resources supply timber, medicinal plants, and non-timber products. Ecotourism in areas like the Sundarbans, Western Ghats, and the Himalayas generates income while promoting conservation. Cultural and spiritual values. Indian culture has long recognized the sacredness of nature. Rivers like the Ganga and Yamuna are worshipped. Animals such as cows, elephants, and snakes hold symbolic significance, and numerous sacred groves across the country serve as biodiversity refuges. This ecological reverence forms the basis of India's environmental ethics. Scientific and medicinal value. India's plant diversity forms the foundation of traditional medical systems, such as Ayurveda, Siddha, and Unani. Many endemic species hold potential for modern pharmaceuticals, genetic research, and biotechnology. The country's genetic diversity in crops and livestock is crucial for food security and resilience against climate change.
Strategic and global significance. As a mega-diverse country, India plays a vital role in global biodiversity conservation. Its ecological wealth contributes to international environmental goals such as the Convention on Biological Diversity (CBD) and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs). The conservation of Himalayan glaciers and forest ecosystems has implications beyond national borders, influencing water availability and climate patterns across South and Southeast Asia.
Conservation efforts and challenges. India has established a strong legal and institutional framework for biodiversity conservation, including the Wildlife Protection Act, 1972, Forest Conservation Act, 1980, and the Biological Diversity Act, 2002. A network of over 900 protected areas, including national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, and biosphere reserves, safeguards representative ecosystems. Programs like Project Tiger, Project Elephant, and the National Mission for a Green India aim to protect flagship species and restore ecological balance. Nevertheless, challenges remain. Deforestation, habitat fragmentation, invasive species, and human-wildlife conflicts continue to threaten ecological stability. Balancing economic development with environmental conservation remains a pressing issue for the region's policymakers. Conclusion. The ecological diversity of the Indian subcontinent is both a natural treasure and a foundation of its civilization. It sustains life, regulates climate, supports livelihoods, and enriches culture. Yet, this diversity is under increasing threat from unsustainable human activities. Recognizing the interconnectedness of ecosystems and adopting a holistic, participatory approach to conservation is essential for the region's ecological and economic resilience. The future of the subcontinent's people is inextricably linked with the health of its environment. Preserving its ecological diversity is therefore not merely an environmental necessity, but a moral and civilizational imperative.